I don't actually know if the timer was done. I'm unsure if it just finished and it was at 0 seconds, or if the kitty pressed something, because she's been walking around the desk, pressing stuff. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening. Kitty cat modesty. I need to get you a little curtain. Hello. Hang on. Let's see here. We've got sound. That's important. Witch Hobbit, thank you for the 12-month resub. Happy 1 year. It has been a whole year. It's crazy how fast they go. Holy moly. Thank you very much. The Saberclaw with a 40-month resub. That's 40. Kitty, what if you sit on my lap? What if you do this from right here, huh? Hello, Kitty and Hazel. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, Hazel and chat. Thank you for your mount farming inspiration. Gave me the gumption to stick with the Rune Bear appearance. It finally dropped this week to a 3rd Druid alt I threw at the problem. As a Guardian main, my long night is finally over. Best of luck to you in your next farm of choice. Thank you very much. And Aesop with a 4-month resub. Morning. Good morning. Blessing from the Lord of Kappas. Indeed. Kitty cat. Hi. Hi. Oh my goodness. All right, let's have a little look-see. Let me see. If I put on this scene, and it's a lot of polka dots, and then I click on this one, which funnily enough is still titled Pal World, and we re-switch it. And then, yes, there she is. And there's Lola. You could almost miss her all down on the rocks like that, looking like an inconspicuous and definitely not good turning log. Pardon me. We need a little more coffee. Managed to get the Shami to level 20 or so today. Kind of proud of myself. Nice. Eating caviar here while the cat's watching cat sitting areas. Oh, your sitting areas. All right, let's take a look at what we're after today. Lola being all sneaky on the down low. We are halfway, plus actually some rested as well, through level. Here, let me just turn this one off. I know we're like all delightfully lit and stuff, but that's a lot of glare, and I haven't been able to get it to connect, so it's gonna turn off later anyway. Whoa! Or it's gonna fall on me. My goodness. I caught it, more or less. We don't need knuckles. Behave. These things are heavy. White noise in the audio connection. All right, give me a sec then. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Any better? It's one of those mornings, eh? All right. Hi, Kitty. I tell myself that I just need to not touch the mic and leave it alone, but I move it all the time, and that's kind of a feature. So I eventually gonna replace that cable, and hope that it's the cable and not the mic connection. Or you just do the old-fashioned thing and you just like tape it all the way in there with some electrical tape. All right. Yeah, we're level 19. This is Lola. She's level 18. Gear-wise, we're looking all right. We have some stam and some agi. We've got 4 spirit and stam to the staff. And I think that now that Lola has her bite rank 3, my next order of business was really just to clean up some of the remaining quests that I had lingering in the Barrens that I felt safe about pursuing. Which isn't all of them, but it's some of them. Some of these things I've decided aren't worth my time, and then some of them are all right. There's also some early Stone Talon quests that'll be okay. So the lowest level one is the Harpy Lieutenants. It's not dangerous, but it should be an okay place for us to start the day. Oh, actually, I wanted to, before even that, I think I wanted to get into the clam business. Let me do like a little warm-up. Swim around, I think, a lake by the Wailing Caverns. I think we'll start with that, just to see if we can get ourselves some clams. Do you remember how much the mic was? Somewhere in the 250 USD range. More than 200 and less than 400, something like that. Something that I could replace, but I would really prefer not to. Past the various trials, Frost, Fire, Shadow, and Ashara. Good grief, that was a process. Also, this is It was a limited edition. It was the anniversary edition. Not that I know what that means. It's a, a microphone's a microphone. I'm sure I could get another one if it happened, if I had to. Is there melee hunter and hardcore self-found? You could. I'm sure you could spec yourself in that way. It's not like Season of Discovery though, so they haven't added anything that wasn't in regular Classic. I try to keep my melee skills up to date, and I do have Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike trained, but the majority of my damage is very much happening from ranged. Passed various trials in Ashara. That was a process. I always knew you were big on being fancy. I am the fanciest of them all. No, not like S&D. It's the same game as basic Classic, except it's permadeath and with more rules. Less things that you can do. Here's SOD, which is Classic Plus, where they take Classic and they put cool new stuff on top of it. And then there's Hardcore Self-Found, which you could consider Classic minus. They take Classic, but then they remove things that you can do, such as dying or trading or using the auction house. And because of reasons, that's the one that I like. I feel like half of the appeal of this for me is the economy game. It is vitally interesting to me, and possibly only me, how gold making and gold stores and like expenses and incomes balance out when you cannot use the auction house, because you have certain fixed expenses. You have your ability training, later on you have mount training. You have certain fixed expenses that you can't really get away from, and without the auction house it is much harder to save for those things. However, you also on the flip side kind of save somewhat by not using the auction house, because you're not buying greens that people have like marked up, because you can't. You're gonna have to find something to wear without it. So I love it because it really appeals to how I want to play the game in the first place, which is on my own without anybody else's help, because I'm stubborn like that. I guess we can have some help from Lola. Girlfriend formally requests better view of the cat. Kitty cat. There she is. Good thing you're not in Blizzard's PR department. Classic minus, right? The worst part of MMO is truly the MM part. I like compartmentalizing. I like the MM part. I like the massive, well, I don't know massively. I like the multiplayer part within given boundaries, raid night, key weekends. That's it. I like to play with people, maybe like leveling it out with a friend or something, with people on occasion, and the rest of the time I want to do my own thing. very much compartmentalized. Yeah. I think there's room for both. Although I'm very curious to see if people are gonna come back, because we were talking about I was talking with Flabby about Season 4's Mythic Plus situation, because normally for a new WoW season, our standard Mythic Plus crew will kind of reconvene and do the keys and do at least a couple weeks of them, get some 20s, get some portals. But if they do end up deciding to, here, I'm opening these claims, that's what I'm after here. Bring back the original Dragonflight dungeons for another go-round, which I don't think is a bad idea. They didn't really, I feel like they could use another season of airtime before they retire them back into the pool of maybe we'll pick one for a season. If they do bring them back, though, I have those portals already. Mind you, I have them on my Evoker, but I don't want to grind them out again on my Priest. What if they make them account-wide? It could happen. Concise, scheduled MMO socializing. Yeah, I cannot be the only person that likes to socialize when I have it scheduled in and I know that it's coming and I can be ready to be in social mode. And outside of that, absolutely not. I'm not really an ad hoc socialization person. So you're not coming back for Season 4. The raids, certainly. We'll definitely do the raids. We'll do whatever it is, the achievement they have for doing the Fated raids. Because especially if they tie some kind of amount. Double especially if it happens to be some kind of a duck, which I think is just a wishful thinking at this point, but I like wishful thinking. But yeah, the Mythic Plus is a hard sell. I like doing keys, but I have to, I don't know, I need the carrot. Slime Kitty 2.0. When comes Season 4? That's the $1 million question. We don't know exactly. Cool if they made the self-found mode on era without the hardcore mode. What about the self-found mode on Arrow with the hardcore mode? Rock the same game sense. Concise scheduled bits of Mythic Plus and Raid, and then appear offline, do my own thing rest of the time. How are we doing? Oh yeah, we got clams. I'm getting these so I can restock on my 4-stam 4 spirit food without having to cook up my strider meat. So I have, how much clam meat? 4? Yeah, I would like 10. 10 would be kind of nice just to kind of supply me for a while. Also, speaking of, someone's hungry. Lola, have some strider meat. But I'm getting leather out here as well, so it's not the worst thing. We do get an 8-hour downtime next reset, so who is to say? Could be a 0.6, could not, maybe, perhaps. Well, time will tell. We'll have to see. We'll find out. It's not. This is hardcore classic self-found. I won't lie to you guys. I don't know exactly what era means. I know what season of discovery means. I know. It's gotten kind of confusing, and I am mourning, and I am confused. They downscale it to 4 hours for Tuesday? Interesting. Well, what does that mean? Even more than the usual 2 hours. Pirate banner unveil? No news video? I might do a late one. I made notes, but then I didn't record it. So I might record after stream and put it out this afternoon, or I might just fall over and not. Is quite frankly, transparently where I'm at. There is barely any news. The news notes were new vendor by the Azerothian Archives. Mysterious maintenance window could or could not mean patch. Here are some photos of my puppy. That's the video. There was one question I grabbed. Somebody was asking about shorter mount runs. So I had a couple of ideas for them. And that's it. That's the whole thing. It is Saturday today. Yeah. I did not get the news video done. I'm not doing great. I'm doing okay. I'm really surprised that I still feel unwell. I'm not as unwell as I was. My sinuses are definitely a lot better. But I still don't feel like healthy. And it's been like 2 weeks. So I'm just trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm a bit frustrated. I'm over it is what I am. I'm over not being over it. Well, I can cook some rainbow fin albacore too. Cold flu thing been going around everywhere. It's been rough. Yeah. But I've got this next week, I think, on my calendar, aside from any kind of WoW or streaming or content stuff. I don't think I have any appointments where I have to be anywhere. I have nowhere to go. All of that was last week, so I can at least stay home more or less outside of dog walks. Not the only one with a 2.5-week cold. Yay. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers and wishes and hopes and dreams for all of us. Holy moly. Coffee. I think the worst part is that for one reason or another, and I'll stop complaining after this. For one reason or another, it might be, oh, there's a treasure chest down here. What is in it? What is in it? What could it be? Dun, 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 dun. It's bread. It's bread and some minor healing pots, and we're really in our lesser healing pot era, so I don't know about that. How much clam meat we're talking? 6? Just 6? Okay. We need more. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't need to complain. It's fine. Go off, Queen. I feel like go off, Queen is more about when you're like, I don't know, ranting about some kind of injustice that can be eventually hypothetically torn down. The injustice is just that I'm not sleeping very well. It's not very nice. I don't know if it's because I'm sick or anxious or whatever, but I'm up a bunch of times in the night and it's no fun. Why did I guess bread would be in there? Anytime I talk like I think young people talk or / talked years ago, I want to sink into the earth afterwards. If it makes you feel any better, I cannot unironically say yes. It never, ever, ever comes out without making me feel like I want to be a worm. I like the energy of it. I cannot pull it off. Tea Toast and Honey, thank you for the 18-month resub. I do anything fun for International Women's Day? No. It's not really like Mother's Day, is it? It's not really like a holiday where you like go, well, I'm a woman, happy birthday to me. Like, I mean, I suppose it could be any good excuse to have a nice day, but no, I didn't do anything special. You have to be a specific type of gay to say yes and not cringe at yourself. Slay is better. I also don't think I can say slay. I do occasionally say work, but it's mainly because in certain contexts it's very funny. I can't do boots. Ujai, that would not surprise me at all. Because the Boralus teleport ring doesn't have a cooldown anymore? Oh, I don't already know that. Really? The thing I complained about how many years ago? How long ago was 2017? 6 years? 7 years? What do you mean someone's already looting that corpse? It's me. I'm someone. Open all my clams. That's so funny. Finally fixed. Oh, man. How are you drowning? Yeah, I should be a bit careful, shouldn't I? So we have 9 clam meat. That's enough. That'll do. Let's head back to Crossroads, buy some let's do it in an even batch of 10 because the water comes in 5s. Let's get 1 more clam and then we'll go fix up our bags and head off to the Harpies. It's like your stream slays. No, this is about a month ago. Thought I mentioned it here. Guess it scrolled by too quick. I must have missed it. I miss stuff all the time. Oh, man. Well, that's exciting. I should start carrying it around then. I think it is my priest because my old main has become new again. I think it is my current main that has that ring. I'm pretty sure I played Inksy in BFA. She was just named Hazel back then. And I had a moment earlier on Classic where I was like, oh, I should fish up some oily blackmouth and some deviate snapper because those are valuable. And then I remember they're only valuable to other people. They're only valuable in the auction house. They don't do any good at the vendor. Did I get a clam? I didn't. I just like killed a turtle and thought I was done. Oh, it's fine. What's 1 refreshing spring water wasted? If you ever get a parrot, please name it Ari in honor of my parrot. Oh, I think that's a lovely name. If you get a chance and you think they would appreciate it, please tell your parrot Ari that I said hi. My Moosey was tired this morning. He took his sweet time getting started. He also, like, stared down 2 separate people until they greeted him. My dog introduces me to strangers because they didn't even have dogs. They were just going about their business. One person was helping someone into a car and then went back into their home, and another person was leaving for work. And in both cases, my dog just stopped, would not move, stared at them, looking all hopeful and wagging his tail until they either came over and said hi to them or said good morning to us. And only then would he move on. It's funny. The universe sent me a dog that would force me to introduce myself to my neighbors because if I don't, my dog is gonna plant until it happens. Emma, are you a bird person? That question has multiple meanings. Many of my elves still have Boralus as their hearth. Access to the portal room so quick from there. And they got pet battle ports. There's a mana poof in the pet shop. That's not too bad. Okay. Bag space. 7 open bag slots. A couple of things that we can sort out here. It's a good job that I like inventory management. Works out. Not asking if you secretly have wings and feathers. I like birds. I don't own birds. I enjoy when other people have birds that they take really good care of, and I enjoy watching birds outside. I like bird watching, although my eyes don't work good enough to really do a good job of it. But I have no desire to personally own and care for birds indoors with me. I'm good. Have you gotten close to dying yet? In the game, not IRL. Thanks for specifying. Not really. I had a couple of situations that you could kind of constitute an emergency, where I would like pop a health pot and a speed pot and like run away to try to leash stuff. But doing that was enough to save me. It was fine. It wasn't a problem. Last time I streamed this, we got the stolen silver from the raptors. And that was like, there was a couple multi-pulls that were like a little spicy there. There was a time that I decided to face tank a raptor while ranging down another one. But that worked out fine too. Striner meat, eh? I have a feeling Lola doesn't want the freshly baked bread. Okay, we need to fix up our bags. So I need to vendor some stuff. The bread, the old healing pots. Controversial, I know. The linen cloth I'm done with. I don't need the lustrous pearl. Oh, I've been running around without my brown snake out. Who am I? And then I'm going to vendor the ruined leather scraps. Leatherworking wise, do I want to turn this light leather into... how many hides do we have? I have 1 extra light hide, so I could get 2 cured light hides. If I could sell... The embossed leather pants are a profit for the mats values. So I'm going to make 2 pairs of those just to use up those light hides, which means curing another one. And then I'm going to think about whether or not I want to crush my light leather into medium leather. I'm not super concerned about using my leather most efficiently because I know I'm going to get loads of it because I'm not afraid to grind. What I'm usually concerned about is making sure that the vendor value of the final item is good value for the vendor value of the mats that you're putting into it. So let's get 4 coarse thread. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't always do it perfectly, but that's at least the aim. How are you doing keeping your defense up? I will check in just a moment. I've been a little negligent, but I feel like it's been okay. I don't think it's too bad. Let's see. My skills. My defense skill is at 65 of a possible maximum of 95. My weapon skills are... My bow skill is capped at 100. That's good. Yeah, it's a little behind. I could stand to get punched a little bit. It's just hard because my pet tanks for me all the time. But you're right. It would help me a lot to work on that and keep that up. So we're going to sell off those 2 pairs of pants that I made. That's worth 6 silver. And then you're into dark leather stuff. So I'm feeling like maybe we just kind of crush this stuff into medium leather here. Hello, my beloved streamer that I watch because I enjoy her content. Aw. Good morning, Scarlett. Or good afternoon or good evening. I hope things are going well for you. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. Yeah, that'll make that take up a little less space. I'm carrying around the medium hinds. I also cannot forget I need to cook up my clams. That was the whole reason why I was farming those turtles. Hazel, BG news incoming. Personal JG Brit BG news, or is Blizzard announcing something? Because I am like a spit and a prayer away from 7K rating. I had a first place last night before I went to bed that was the stupidest game ever. It was great because I didn't have to think. No brain cells were involved. Oh, absolutely personal. I'm ready. Okay. And then we need to get our clams. We need to boil our clams. I need to make sure I have roughly 20 bag slots available. That's kind of what that's kind of par for us right now. The problem is that anything that's like this Rumsey Rum that's like a defensive consumable, I'm both hesitant to use it, but I'm also, I also can't just vendor it and move on with my free bag space because it really is a decent buff. I might get punched a little bit in the Harpy area just by virtue of how dense they are. I might have to face tank a little. But we out-level it by like 3 levels now. The Rainbow Fin Albacore we're gonna vendor. That was just for the cooking skill of it. Next time... no, you gotta get to 125 before they let you train the next level, I think. I have 2 gold, 39 silver, which I'm pretty pleased with for level 19. Don't understand how you live without seeing the empty slots. Could not do it. I always think the bags are completely full. I've gotten used to checking the number on the bag icon is what it is. But I understand that feeling. I get that. So I don't want milk. I also want to do this Quillbore Tusk quest just to make it go away. Oh yeah, that's right. I bought the crispy lizard tail recipe because that's a 6 stam spirit thing, and I was thinking to myself, ooh, I could grind those. Especially because 1 lizard tail makes 2 servings. I could farm those, and I will after I get the next, lots of arrows, we're good there. After I get done with Harpies, when we head down into that area to do the bristleback Quillbore, we can do that. Could probably do Kolkar leaders at this point if I wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. What if I do? I could do. Yeah, Britt, I'm in suspense. Do you tell me, please? We're all waiting to hear your Hearthstone BG news. Easier to take the lizard tails, keep the lizards alive. The tail regrows. I read about a gecko. Are they geckos? Are they newts? There's some kind of like an amphibian situation that you need to be careful of that's like local here. There's a lot of them right now in certain parks. And you have to keep an eye on your dogs because they're quite toxic to dogs. Their skin secretions are quite toxic. I'd never heard of it before. But I was reading news articles instead of working. And it was something about... clearly, I've forgotten all the important parts. How much longer will you be streaming? I only started a half an hour ago, so minimum another 90 minutes. Most likely another 2.5 hours. We are not announcing anything today. Holly Long. Did you say that? Careful, your dog doesn't eat any lizards, period. I don't think he's even supposed to lick the lizard. And I don't know if Moosey would eat the lizard, but Moosey would probably lick a lizard if he got a chance to. I don't know. That's like a red spot. I might, oh, you know what I could do, actually? In Deathlog. If I look at zone stats, and then we pull up our zone here. And we're looking at the Kolkar invaders have the most kills. So then I look at creature statistics. And those invaders. So they generally kill people that are in the 15 to 16-ish level bracket. So it's not that I couldn't die at level 19, but it is much less likely. I'm going to try it. Played a sick Quillbore game with the Enchanted Blood quest. Buffed the living daylights out of my triple Rugug. He was 650, 650. Triple Piper one. I still came second because of RNG. Was it like a Warp Wing? Because Warp Wings, I feel like Divine Shield Warp Wings are the bane of my existence. Also, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna eat some clams. I didn't boil all my clams. I only boiled half my clams. I am silly. Question of the game that I understand less than the last step of this one. Yeah, it's one of those things. We're gonna Rumsey Rum as well. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm confusing it with the Cataclysm version. Because this just says he camps near the Forgotten Pools to the north. Because I know the Cataclysm version, it's one of those things where you have to, like, engage in battle, fight a bunch, kill a bunch of nearby enemies, then he spawns. This kind of looks like he just hangs out here. Let's go take a look. Gotta run to the store. Hopefully get back in time to watch some more. Greetings all. How is everyone? How is Hazel? Greetings day. Hazel's alright. She's improving. I'm happy I'm on stream. You aren't at the end? Oh, I see. Alright. Well, I'm still glad we got our stand buffs and stuff up. Yeah, because these guys are kind of baby. And then we can maybe just push on forward straight ahead to the Harpies, the Harpy lieutenants, the deep ones, to get their rings. Top of the shelf, chill WoW content. Chill WoW content. Nothing like the threat of permanent death. Do I have a Kolkar booty key? I probably don't. I would know. I don't. Sometimes I do. Oh, there he is. Hello. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right, yeah, that was not the quest I had in mind. I think I might go turn that in and then start another one because that was not the one. How you doing today? Because, yeah, maybe it's the one after this. Because this is going to give me 8 silver. I'm so close to being able to have aspect of the cheetah. Don't have Prime, but fine. Cancelled my Prime this month as well. Sixth Sylvanas game that I won. I haven't played Sylvanas in ages. Triple level lurker. Oh, that's really cool. The game that I first placed on late last night before I went to bed, I got the pilfered lamp, so I only needed 2 copies of a thing to make it golden. And I had my quest. Oh no, my quest was pilfered lamps. For some reason, I was getting a lot of anyways, I ended up with 2. I ended up really easily and pretty early getting 2 golden walking forts and a golden Drakari enchantress, and then it was just, I guess I'll find some taunts. They'll just get big all by themselves. Virog the Dervish. Stagnant Oasis to the southeast. If you kill enough centaur, they raise the alarm. That's right. You're right, I wasn't at the end of this quest line. And Virog is more of a level 18 quest. He's all the way down there. I might be able to do that, but I'm going to head up to the Harpies first instead. Oh, day with a 21-month resub. Thank you very, very much. I hope at the very least that the ad freeness makes up for it. I appreciate it. So back into BGs. Thank goodness I can log in again now. I don't know who I'm blaming because I feel like I need a scapegoat, but I care about my rating now and it's awful. I want to break 7k just so that I can not then fall back below 7k. And I'm so close. Blame me. Very tempting. Highly tempting. How is hardcore? It's nice. It's very chill. It's surprising to me. Like, normally Hearthstone Battlegrounds is supposed to be the chill thing. And hardcore is supposed to be the tense thing because you could die at any time and then it's all ogre. And, you know, we've got... How much playtime time are we at now? We're at 20 hours and 44 minutes in this character. But quite to the contrary, when I'm playing Hearthstone BGs, my pulse is up, I'm leaning in, my hands are sweaty. M&M spaghetti. And then when I'm doing this, I'm just auto-running for 5 minutes, just heading to my perfectly safe green quality... Well, I don't know about perfectly safe. They're still harpies, but my green quality quest area... where I'm going to auto-shot things a bunch. And I mean, they're both fun. Imagine if they had slash played in Hearthstone. They do. In your Battlegrounds stats tab, which I think you need the pass to open up. I think you need, in order to look at those stats, you need to have the season pass, I think. Unless they changed it. But I have that anyways. You can see what your played time is. And for mine was somewhere in the 740 hour range. Which I'm sure is less than some people, but it's more than a little bit. You don't need the pass for that? Hope you're good, Hazel. Yeah, because normally for me... thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. Normally for me, if I have like 200 hours in a game, that's usually an indicator that I've like gone pretty hard. Like, you know, that's kind of like an Animal Crossing. That's a game... 200 hours is a game that I have made a part of my life for a substantial portion of time. So 760 hours is that, but like a couple times over. It's an actual solid month. It's just easy to spend a lot of time in BGs, especially because they've been out for a long time. So I've, you know, it's not like I did that all this year, but also they've been out for a long time, but they lend themselves to multitasking. So in many cases, I've been doing BGs while doing something else. Although I've always been doing the BGs, you know, you can multitask, but you can't really AFK it the same way that, like, sometimes my classic play, not on this character, but sometimes on other characters, my classic play would get inflated because I would just AFK in town and, like, go make breakfast or something. And then that's just time that I was logged in but not playing at all. Quests are unbalanced. Meta's annoying. I'm sorry that you're you're not enjoying it. I've been having a, I mean, I agree that it's very polarizing. I just have been having a blast with it. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. Although sometimes I'll get like a thing that doesn't seem like it's any good at all, but you make it work. Like you get stuff that you didn't think would work with, like that you wouldn't normally even think to use, but with that one thing that you have, it actually kind of like maybe counters something else that's going on in the lobby or whatever. It's not perfect, and it's true that you know, if you don't get any good quests, you're probably not going to get a first place. But I've found Lola will not be easy prey, and I resent that. Also, we need to get a little deeper in here. I like it a lot. What's your favorite housing system in an MMO? The one that I spent the most time in was Black Desert Online's player housing, which is that you can buy, and you can actually do multiples. You can buy a place in the city. It will be varying sizes or, you know, amounts of opulent depending on how expensive it is. It is phased, so it's not like a limited availability lottery system like you would have in Final Fantasy. And you can decorate it any which way you please. I got a little apartment in my favorite city of choice, which I forget the name of now, and then I filled it full of seasonal cherry blossom decorations that I got during one holiday event. You also, in that game, you use them for, like, you can set up a crafting station there, so you might go back to your house to, like, cook or something like that. But it's, yeah, I liked being able to just kind of, like, rent, or not rent, but buy an apartment. Was it renting? It might have been. It's been a long time since I played BDO, but I thought that was kind of a cool version of it. I wasn't against that. So these are 18, so I do need to be a bit cautious here. Especially if there's any respawns on top of me. BGs are just little roguelike rounds. I think that's what I like about them so much. I made the mistake of starting a BG while cooking. I do that too. I do it on my iPad. Obviously have to let my food burn if it looks like I can win. I should know better, because I know that when I do two things at once like that, I do a worse job at both things, but apparently I don't care. What are your thoughts on how Priest plays right now? I had a good season with it. I can only speak to how it's played in the beginning. If they've changed anything, I don't know if they have, but if they changed anything since the beginning of the season, then I wouldn't know. But I had a lot of fun in Raiden and Mythic Plus on Priest. It worked well for me. I'm pretty easy, though. They have to make a spec really annoying for me to not like it. And even then, I will still play it, and I'll still have some fun. It just won't be my favorite version of it. I didn't particularly enjoy Flash Concentration last season, or whenever that was. Shadowlands, last season of Shadowlands. I found the buff juggling to be just kind of annoying. But I still did it. It was alright. It was fine. It worked out. I'm just glad that I don't have to do that anymore. Good job of increasing your defense stat there. Very clever. I thank you. It's up to 66. Yeah. Once you play a class enough, it becomes so familiar that it's cozy. Yeah. Yeah, I like that it evolves over time, and I kind of like the checking in with it. It's like having a friend through all of your school years, where like every year they're, you know, you guys both get older, they change a little bit, and you get to know who they are now. And you're still friends. You're both changing. There was my first Harpy Lieutenant ring. My goodness, there's a lot of them. Okay. Oh, somebody hit level 60. So the Slayers are melee. The ones with the black wings are melee, and the ones with the blue wings are casters. So, hi Cash, how you doing? You know what, let's get our staff skill up a little bit. Getting by. Glad to hear it. Do you think they'll open up Burning Crusade for Hardcore Classic? Maybe. I don't know. I don't see a lot of point, but maybe that's just because I'm bad. I don't know what the end game content completion rates are like on Hardcore, but for me, Hardcore Classic is very much about the leveling, the 1 to 60. And the vast majority of people die before making it anywhere close to 60, so adding 10 extra levels on the other end of it wouldn't make a big difference. And At least in my own experience of Hardcore Classic, I haven't been doing any group content, so I don't really need more group content because I don't even do the stuff that's in the game now. But that's just me. I think other people play it differently. My ultimate dream would be to get a character to 60 and then take a nice screenshot and then retire. Or in the case of my original Hardcore Classic journey, get a character to 40 and then take a nice screenshot and then retire. You know, get a mount and go, wow, looky here, we did it. Level 40. Harpies were one of the places people would farm for gold. I feel like I must have a screenshot somewhere. I might not, though. You might be right. I might not have actually taken one. I have screenshots of our boss kills. I have a selection of different guild screenshots of our guild standing in front of various dead bosses on our first kills, especially at like the end of a tier. And occasionally, oh, there's a chest there. Occasionally Mythic Plus, like we'll all get our mounts and then we'll take a screenshot on our mounts when we get our Keystone Master mounts or whatever it is. I do want a prediction today. Hang on. I had one locked and loaded. Start a prediction. Let's go back. Is today Death Day? There we go. Not top 4. Not that one. There we go. I did get a mount to my Warlock. It was the Warlock mount, so I didn't have to buy it, and I definitely did not have the gold to buy one if I had wanted to. But I got her mount. That was the last thing I did before I moved on. I want to open that chest and see what's in it. We're almost out of our stam buffs. I don't think I'm going to use another Rumsey run, but I will eat some more clams. Especially given that I farmed clams that I haven't even consumed. Oh yeah, that's real death to inventory space. I think we need to climb this hill to get the room. Also, where's my snakey? Snake? Snake. There it is. If you had a channel point incentive to play an hour of a game on a variety day, how many points would that have to be? In the kindest possible way, channel points have no value. I might do that kind of thing for a gift sub incentive. Channel points are kind of a just a game. They are for fun. They're not worth anything that's gonna require anything. Oh, kitty cat, you getting down? You want a lift? Let me give you a boost. Number go up. Yeah, it's for gambling. And because we gamble, it's not impossible for people to cheese wild amounts of acorns. Where do I do prediction? There should be a vote, a predict button on the chat window somewhere. Depending on what platform you are on, it may or may not look. I don't know where exactly it would be. I see it as like an overlay over the top of the chat window on my interface, but that's just mine. There's some time to vote, though. I set up voting to be open for 15 minutes. Maybe one day I'll get some of the fun streamer lights that you can program to A, do the channel point redemption color thing like Crypt has, and B, they could change color. They could do a light show when someone subs. Wouldn't that be exciting? That would be fun. What if you die in less than 15 minutes? The real problem. This is decent experience. We're really trucking towards level 20 here. We also have 4 of our 6 Harpy rings. Don't know if that would be fun. That'd be more fun than nothing. I think that if I was smart and determined enough, I could program one of, like, I have a colored lamp that makes it look a little more purple. Not the lights behind the shelf, but a different one. I could program that. Technically, it's a device that is on Wi-Fi, so it is theoretically possible. But I don't know what I would do with it. Also, I don't think I'm that smart. I used to try to set up various making things talk to other things, and it always broke horrifically because I don't really have a lot of good logic when it comes to that kind of thing. I don't innately understand it, which makes it difficult to navigate. If this, then that. Yeah, that platform. Might be just I don't like change talking. Who's to say? Fair enough, fair enough. Doesn't have to. What if it's a chill light show? What if it's a light show and exclusively cool and matching colors? Not matching, but like, you know, harmonious colors. No, I'm not attacking. Here, let's melee for a little bit. I have 7 bag slots, yeah. The Swift Thistle only vendors for 15 copper. Trust that you could figure it out. I haven't even been able to get my second key light back on my Wi-Fi. I think I need to reset my router. I just need to find an appropriate time to do that that isn't going to interrupt anybody's business. That's the last piece of troubleshooting that I have yet to do. I reset the light. I reset my network adapters. I reset my network settings. That's the only thing I have left to try. What if it's a Doom light show? What on earth is a Doom light show? But yeah, we've been half lit for the last like week. Oh, it's a light show that play Doom. Are you asking chat for help? No, not really. I'm mostly just venting. Besides, it's a dangerous road asking chat for help on that kind of thing. You never know when you're going to end up just deleting your system 32. That is Serena Bloodfeather. I don't even have your quest yet. She's a quest NPC. I'm just not on it yet. Whoopsies. I do want to get away from her area a little bit because I don't want to kill her again. See if we can head in this general direction. If a calculator can play Doom, a light show can. Someone in town puts on a light show for Christmas every year and they match the lights to music on the radio. Always baffles me. Here, now we're getting our defense skill up. Wow, Lola's pretty good at grabbing aggro, actually. Hunter pets, I feel like, are much better at tanking than Warlock pets are. My Voidwalker, bless Hellgrave, he needs some babying to be able to actually keep threat on stuff. Goodness. Does bite very hard. And there's our last Harpy Lieutenant ring. So we can now make our way back to the crossroads. Carefully. Carefully. Only 3.5 bars left until 20. You hit not very hard? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have details on. I don't know what her damage spread is. I feel like I hit pretty hard. Lola's bite does 24 to 28 damage. And then my shots are doing about the same. That was 42, 38. I'm shooting pretty hard, I think. I guess I actually don't know which numbers are mine and which ones are hers. Forget hardcore rules for hunter pets. They can come back. It depends. You could set a personal rule if you want where they won't, but the hunter pets are not permadeath in hardcore unless you want them to be. And I do not want them to be. Although Lola has yet to die, actually. Lola has not perished yet. But my hunter pets definitely did previously on Classic. Knock on Formica. Yeah, make fun of my white bow all you want. It's actually not bad for the level. It's really not bad. I do need to check now that I'm like getting closer to 19 if there's anything else that's coming up that I could use better. Let's very carefully second monitor browse the database here a little bit. So if I go to classic and I go to database and we're looking at items, there are more harpies that I need to skirt by. This is kind of dangerous because I'm not looking. Items, weapons, bows. And then I factor the required level down, let's just say 17 to 20 so that we can get upgrades. Usable by horde. So there are a number of weapons there. We filter by DPS. Okay, so there's a blue quality dropped bow that requires level 20. That would be a really lucky drop. There is a bow. A couple of bows, actually. But one of them is off of a vendor in the Barrens. The Warsong Supply Officer. Oh, so he sells stuff for like 1 gold 91. Wait, but I would. Hang on. That's a really good bow. Hold on. Do I need any rep or anything? Faction Warsong Outriders. You do need rep, I think. Revered for rare weapons. Okay, alright, calm down. Never mind. I would need rep. Yeah, you need PvP rank for that. Okay, never mind. We're giving up on that dream. Okay, so forget that one. This bow is from a Thunderbluff quest. There's also a bow from a Hillspread Foothills quest. And there is a vendor bow that I could use starting at level 20 that is better. But let me look into this Thunderbluff quest. It is at the end, a Sacred Flame. Centaur Relics. Starts in Thunderbluff. The Galax Centaur and 1,000 Needles. Okay, that's why. It's a dangerous quest. I know that one, actually. So I'm not saying that I won't work on that. But in the meantime, the heavy recurve bow, which in another level I can finally equip, is going to be 9.17 DPS, up from 7.5, which is decent. We're not mad at that. And I can purchase that in any major city. So once we get to level 20, we'll go back to Org and we'll get one of those. It's going to cost me somewhere in the 50 silver to 70 silver range, but we have a couple gold. Hello, Hazel. Hunters are the best PvE class. Feigned death gets me out of jams a lot. Ooh, nice. Are they gonna be mad at me? Oh no, I'm really out-leveled them. They didn't even mind. So yeah, we can clean this up, see what our experience is like, if I'm close to 20 or not. I can also cook the rest of my clams. I'm so excited for Aspect of the Cheetah. It's gonna make it so much nicer to go on these long runs. You do have to be careful, because if you get hit, you get dazed, and that can be dangerous, but... This has been fun. I've been getting to know this hunter. Yeah, that's the danger thing. So there's like levels sort of 16, 17s. There are casters. I'm skirting wide around it for now, because I think that's the last step of that quest line. The storm clouds kind of hurt. But again, people usually die at like level 16 to that. So at level 20, I might be okay. I also want to do these things. That'll be kind of nice. That'll get those. I've got 2 stacks of bristleback quillboar tusks in my bags that I would love to get rid of just for the bag space. Carrying quest items around is killer. I can't believe I had an 8-slot bag drop. Oh, yeah, I'm lucky. Just put all my points online for death. No faith, or just a lover of underdog odds. I'll do a couple of real things. I won't just sit in town for the rest of the day. I'll give it a chance. Rune scroll. Mancrick's wife. Am I on the Mancrick's wife quest? Yeah, I am actually. Wasn't that skinning cursor added in Dragonflight? It may have been. I feel like UI improvements sometimes get passed on to Classic. I don't know that for sure, but it feels true. How am I doing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So I could buy 2 more stacks of arrows. And then we can also get rid of the linen cloth, the swift thistle, sharp claws. Wool we have to keep. Mana pots I do not. I don't need those. Or the haunches of meat. Ruined leather scraps. Might make the light hide work. My immersion is ruined. Found it on my phone. Had to click on the bubble by the chat box. There you go. Yeah, time to vote is almost up. Oh yeah, that's right. I need 5 more. So we'll turn in the quest. We need 5 more water to boil some more clams. Is it you that has the quest? No, you just want me to go to Cadrek at the Watchtower in the Northern Barrens. I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. No, thank you. Hi, kitty. Whoa. You can fall to death. It has happened, and it is very funny. When it's not happening to me. Yes, and now I have the quest for Serena Bloodfeather, which we know we can do pretty safely. I could get a 2-handed axe with +6 stam on. That's pretty good. I would probably do that. And then later on when I replace it, I can vendor it for a lot. Yeah, the Barrens is huge. Oh, 2 bars and a little bit away from 20. We're really getting there. Shall we get Virog? Virog's pretty close by. After we boil our clams. I want to make the Thunder Lizard tail. Because I'm going to farm some of those, I think I can safely... Hi, kitty cat. No walking around in the desk. I think I can pretty safely... just keep eating the clams. I don't need to wait. Hi. And save them for like my birthday or anything. Birthdays are important. They are important. I am excited that the little one in my family, my nephew, now that we have a Generation Alpha member, there's gonna be kids' birthdays every year, which means that there's like an exciting one. Not that our grown-up birthdays aren't exciting, but they're definitely a little sedate. I'm excited to revisit some childlike joy vicariously through my infant nephew. Excuse for cake, indeed. Hey, Sugar Plum. Buy him Bionicle. My nephew and my dog are so cute together. They're getting along very well. Moose is very polite. He's very gentle. But he also really likes my nephew. And he'll kind of walk up to him and he'll sniff and he'll give him a big lick on the face. And then my nephew's like, ew! Like he's just turning 2. He's pretty young still. And he likes the dog, but he's still a bit shy and reserved and doesn't quite know what to do. And I do not think he likes being licked on the face, but he has a very funny look that he gets after it. And then we have to tell him that it's just puppy kisses. It's because he likes you. Kids' parties are fun. Adult ones can be too. Terrible at it because I suck at celebrating myself. It's something that we get kind of trained out of sometimes, and it's hard to relearn it. you can end up stuck in the trap of hiding your own birthday so that nobody around you feels compelled to bestir themselves. Kitty, you're so warm. It's really lovely. Surprise yourself with a bionicle. Yeah. Before I do Virag, I'm gonna eat another buff food, I think. We've also got the Cat's Eye Emerald quest all the way up there. Yeah, lots of stuff we can do. Let's eat some more clams. Don't you know there's clams in the ocean? Lola's hungry. Went to Europe recently, calling that my birthday gift to myself. Well, you don't have to, but I would love it if you did like another teeny tiny thing for yourself, even if it's just picking yourself up like a little dessert or something that you really like, or I don't know, do a little something nice for day when the time comes. I'm going feed Lola. A little hungry. Virag. We're gonna take a hard left here. That's a Kodo. That's a giraffe. I'm excited for level 20. At the risk of sounding arrogant, I haven't really felt... I'm almost forgetting that this is a permadeath mode because I just like haven't been dying lately. I haven't lost a character in a hardcore in a long time. I've forgotten what it feels like. Okay, so he's just happened. I wonder if anybody else around here summoned him, or if, like, by killing a bunch of these things, or if he just showed up. Dies in the next 5 minutes is possible, yeah, Jinx. All you need is one close call. Feel more alive than ever. I think I get caught up in like narrative thinking where I think, well, I'm the main character of this story, which means I can't die. Nothing really bad could happen to me. And it's not true. You could die. You could absolutely die. You could die just as easily as you could live. Your health points hit 0, you're just as dead as anybody else. But like the longer you play and the more you have deathlog on, although nobody's died today, but the more you have deathlog on, the more you start to feel like death is something that happens to other people and not you. But not right there. Right there, death is something that happens to Virag the Dervish. Did I find any booty keys? No. Okay. So that's sorted. I don't really want to run all the way back up to get it yet, so I think we're gonna maybe go mess with some Quillbore and see if we can get a couple of these. I've got 2 different Quillbore quests. And if we do it on this side, we can maybe find some Thunder Lizards as well. It's gonna be a little tricky. It's a little bit of a dangerous area. But I did promise some amount of risk. Enjoying leveling a shaman in retail too much at the moment. Ooh, fun. Fun. George R. R. Martin entered the chat. It's gonna be rainy for the next couple of days. I'm gonna walk my dog in the rain, and then I'm gonna have a muddy moose. Mucky, muddy moosey. Mucky, muddy moosey gets a bath. Or at least gets busted, which is what I say when I'm pulling out the mud buster to clean his paws with. No more snow. Not since like March the 3rd or 4th or whenever it was. We had some surprise snow recently that was like very unseasonably late. But it warmed up a lot. It's like 10 degrees, 8 to 10 degrees now. And I think that changing weather is bringing in the changing temperatures are bringing in some weather because it's getting windy and wet. Rainy, snowy here the next few days. Went for a long walk this morning before the weather turns later today. Nice. That's some, that's some northern optimization if I've ever heard some. It's like, it's gonna be not nice out later. Let me just get my outside time in right now, and then we can cozy up inside for the rest of the day. It's a brilliant plan. Look at all these beautiful ornery plainstriders. I could skin all of them. It's a good thing I don't need to worry about wildlife conservation in this game, because that would be a real dilemma. I'm like a dog, need to be walked every day. Yeah. I feel that. I don't like me when I haven't been out in a few days. I mean, it hasn't happened since I got a dog, because you can't just stay inside for a few days when you have a dog. He will make sure of that. It's really not an option. But back when it used to be an option, I wouldn't do it very much. But when it happened, I would be like, oh, this isn't good. We don't like who we become here. Lakota Mani. Bring the hoof of Lakota Mani to Camp Toroho. Okay. So these are our Thunder Lizard guys. They're level 18s. Double pulls at 18 are not necessarily disastrous, but they're a little dangerous. And there's a lot of stuff here that's all hostile and it's all wandering around. And you got to be careful because those Thunderhawks have ranged attacks, and they'll fry you from a distance. So I'm okay with my choice to be here, but I'm gonna. Am I gonna Rumsy Rum? I might. Kind of the same way in Colorado. By the looks of things, snow's gonna melt a lot today. We're back down to only 9 bag slots already. I really want Thunder Lizard tails. I don't think they're a super high drop rate, but every one that we can get to drop is going to mean two food, 6 stam food. Oh, I see. So Lakota Mani Pats is the thing, I believe. I also want to... Mancrick's wife should be right over there. We can probably just go take a look-see. Help him out. Rainy today where I am. Still going outside, though. Yay, umbrellas. I love a good umbrella. I love a cute umbrella. I don't own one right now because I've become a raincoat person, but I actually don't see umbrellas out and about too much. Sometimes. I wonder if it's because it gets windy here a lot. Like, often if it's really rainy, it's also really windy, and you're kind of fighting an uphill battle with an umbrella. I wonder. Also in the raincoat camp. Leaves a hand free. Hands get too cold holding the umbrella, yeah. Yesterday, it was evening and I was taking the dog out for his last outside of the night, and I put one of my electric hand warmers inside my mitt with my hand. Just one of them, but I was feeling pretty clever about myself. It was toasty. I felt like I could cast a fireball. I felt like I was holding the heart of something. Windy and sandy is the worst. Eyes don't work anymore. That's the way to do it. My poor mitt has kind of exploded. It's been damaged in enough places, both through wear and tear, and also, you know, having met the business end of Puppy Moosey during his teething phase, that the lining kind of like comes out of the holes in various places. But I'm hesitant to... You know what? Moose has stopped chewing them. I could probably get new ones and they would probably survive at this point. Heaven forbid I spend another $19 on Amazon. But they still kind of sort of work. I wear them even when it's like not even that cold out. I'm sure I look ridiculous in my big floofy mitts, but nobody likes having cold fingies. Cold hands are the worst. Speaking of which, hand warmer time. Turn that bad boy on. I bet I could make some room just by crushing together some... Oh, you know what? I only have 1 stack of leather, actually. He's got to know. You like umbrellas? Take the rain in the wind. Let my glorious mane fly. Someone else on the pavement also has one. Don't have space to pass normally. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I don't really have the bag space. I might stop by Torho. I've got a quest to turn in down there anyways. And there's vendors there that will let me kind of clean up my bags a little bit. Because I also have business with these Quilbies. Did I get any Thunder Lizard tails? I don't know if I did. Trade goods? No, not a single Thunder Lizard tail. We're about to get a hyena, though. Yeah, there we are. There it is. The music's very quiet. There we go. My skinning skill's doing pretty good. I'm up to skinning 159. I paid the 5 or 10 silver, whatever egregious amount of gold it was to get it upgraded. Some people have partners who get cold fingers who warm them up by touching the icicle fingers on my skin. In my life, I am the person with the icicle fingers, although the recipient assures me that he doesn't mind. I don't know if I believe him. The worst is when your feet get that cold and they hurt, and so you can't sleep until you like warm them up, but they're like really hard to warm up. Alright, one Thunder Lizard tail. At one point I must have killed all 6 of the water secrets. We just need Thornweavers and Geomancers. There's a Thunder Lizard tail. Nice. It's the same icon as the Quillbore tusks. They're apparently not picky about what they use those icons for. Icicle figures can feel nice and skinny if you're warm enough. They hurt. Yeah, when my feet get cold enough for long enough, they ache. It's like a bone ache. It probably means that I'm spending too much time thinking about it, and that I need to just do more things in my life and spend less time thinking about how much everything hurts. That's not a good way to live your life. I want to clean up my bags a little bit. This is all quite messy. We've got some junk that can go. Lola, you eat the haunch of meat. I don't need to carry on 1 spring water or any light feathers. Or any linen cloth. I can cure another light hide and another medium hide, and that'll clean up a little space too. Anybody with trade goods? Oh, you're a skinning trainer. Oh, you can't train me though. Trade goods, trade goods. Oh yeah, I got a quest to train. Oh yeah, it was just a breadcrumb quest. It's not gonna help me too much. Expert leatherworker. Do you know anything for me? Oh, dark leather cloak, which is like kind of not an upgrade. Dark leather pants have extra agi on them, and that's not bad. Oh, I might wear those. What do you have? Tailoring and leatherworking supplies. Okay, so I need 2 salt. Those are tailoring patterns. Never considered being the person that sleeps in socks. In my instance, it doesn't help, and for some people it might. Pre-cat of Southern Barons, how I miss thee. I just end up with freezing feet inside of socks. If anything, the socks are insulated, keeping the cold in. It's like when you've got an insulated grocery bag around your frozen groceries. I think you just need a foot kitty. There it is. She sleeps on my butt sometimes. If I end up laying on my front, she'll just park herself up on my back, and then you can't roll over. but she's so cute that you can't tell her to move. So if I wanted to make those dark leather pants, I need one more. Yeah, let's get a little more medium leather here. I want to make those. I like the idea of that much agi. I don't need the spirit so much. Let's just do all that. And then I'm going to need one fine thread and then a gray dye. Are they going to look cool? Yeah. They'll be okay. And then I think I need a coarse thread as well. $3.50 for the gray dye. Good grief. I guess I do have almost 3 gold. Look at the cast time on that pants craft. Armpit kitty, sweetest. But my armpits aren't cold. Okay. And then I need another, I need a new medium armor kit, which means we need a coarse thread and one more medium leather. But I'm out of medium leather. Alright, well, I'll make one next time. I can live without 16 armor for a second. There we go. I'm kind of tempted to just get rid of the light hides. I think I'm moving past light hides at this point. I'm going to just start vendoring them. For the bag space. Okay. Shall we get some quillboard tusks and... Oh, we're so close to level 20 though. We could actually, you know what we could do? Is we could flight path up, turn in Mancrick's wife, hit 20, hearth back to org, get our level 20 stuff, including a new weapon and our level 20 ability training. And then we can, and then we're going to be in really good shape to take on these quilbies. This morning on YouTube, I saw an ad for a cheap web shop. They advertised a big plastic boot that you can fill with milk and fruit to make yourself a shake. You stomp it. That's very weird. It sounds like the kind of thing that's not for anybody, not because anybody actually wanted it, but just because it's so outlandish that the mere concept of it gets people talking about the website. What a time to be alive. Hi Hazel, hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks, Blue Boy Wiz. Dragonflight showing Mancrick getting back on the horse again, so to speak. Did it really? I don't think I caught that. Finding someone new to have in his life. Oh. That's really nice. At the trader's post in org. Was he getting the gift for a special somebody? Aw, that's really sweet. How much does that turn in for? Nothing much. We're not gonna worry about it. Hi, Mancrick. Thank you very much. Level 20. Then we get a talent point. That's gonna be a hard sell, because, like, on one hand, damn good. On the other hand, speed on pets kind of equates to damn. I think I'm gonna take that first. These are also kind of nice, because that's like my movement speed. That's my travel speed. But I'm gonna take Bestial Swiftness first, and eventually I want to go all the way into Unleashed Fury as well. So now we need to go to Org. Luckily, my Hearthstone's set there. And then in the Org Heritage Quest as well, you see him with her. Saw the trader's post this morning. Couldn't help myself but get the mount. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm glad that I was playing during this month just so that I could pick up that mount. I need to see the hunter trainer, and I need to see... Let me figure out exactly... Oh, I think I know actually where I'm going. There's a vendor like back here in the Valley of Honor. Where's Lola? Lola, come hang out. I know that you'll get hungry, but that's okay. Can't walk around town without you. I don't think I'm going to spend any of my golden bags. I think I'm just going to trust that they're going to drop, and I'm going to make do with my pitiful bag space until then. I need that gold eventually for mounts, but in the meantime for profession training and recipes and stuff. We need a bunch of leather to get that up a little bit more. Lola's so fast now. At level... Does she have Growl rank 3? She has Growl 2. I think she needs to be in, like, level 20 for Growl 3. I'll stop by the pet trainer and see if they can train me anything else. Trying to get gold for the gold scarab before they remove it. I wish you the best of luck with that. You got some time for sure. It's a cool mount. Okay. There's a... Yeah, we'll go talk to the hunter trainer first. There is a bow vendor in the very back here. But I want my aspect of the cheetah first. It's like back there. How many stable slots? Total of 3. I have 1 unlocked. And that's all I'm using. And I just use it to put Lolo away whenever I need to tame something else to train her an ability. Hi Hazel, how you doing? Hello. I'm doing well. How are you? Pet trainer. Growl 3. I'm not going to worry about the resists. I'm saving the training points. I don't think I need to, but just in case. And then hunter training. Aspect of the cheetah. Mend pet rank to 22 silver. My goodness. This is what we needed all our gold for. 22 silver for dual wield, but I am going to get it just in case. New rank of arcane shot and freezing trap. Wow, we're broke now. I'll worry about that later. It's not a real disengage. It's a kind of a wonky one. But, where is it? Oh, look at us go. We're zooming now. No Saturday video? I might put out one later today. I might put out, it'll be a very short one. There really wasn't much news. So I have some shopping to do over here. If I have, yeah, I've got 1 gold, 91 silver left. Is it over here? Actually, I might be lost. Take a little look around. These are the weapon masters. I've decided not to learn throwing weapons. No, hang on a second. I have a plan. I want to buy... I need to talk to Jin Sora. I'm in the wrong building. Jin Sora is more down here. Pardon me. When do you think season 4 will come out? I don't know. I hope we find out more about it soon. 2-minute video, fill it with 2 extra minutes of news footage. I'd have to film some new stuff. I have a few photos I'm gonna that I can pop in there, but I don't have a whole lot. I feel like sometimes the camera doesn't do him justice. He's cuter in person, I swear. Alright. Yeah, this is... No, not that place. It's a little hidden shop. It's out of the way. Orgrimmar Bowyer. They really hide this place. Way at the end of the hall here. Jin Sora can sell me. So the fine short bow is a trap. We want the heavy recurve bow. That's the upgrade. 63 silver, but... that is more DPS. That is an upgrade. I'm surprised by how well those vendor weapons have been doing for me. We might get 1026 then. I heard that they downscaled the estimated downtime from 8 hours down to 4 hours. I don't know if that means anything. I'm just kind of waiting to see. Yeah, I hope season 4 is soon. I haven't felt motivated to log into retail, but I've also been enjoying other stuff too. So am I ready to go back is the question. I got my training. I got my aspect of the cheetah. I got my new weapon. I think that's all I needed. I didn't really need any profession training. I never turned in Virog the Dervish's head. I should do that too. Bouncing around different games. Because, yeah, I'm assuming that as soon as they drop 10.26, within the week, they'll get the Season 4 PTR up. But then, how quick do we think they can turn around PTR versus launch for Season 4? We don't even necessarily... It depends. If they reuse the Dragonflight dungeons, which I think that they're going to, they may not need to test those as heavily because we've already had them in a season. And we don't have a seasonal affix or anything, so it would just be kind of a lock and load and send. Which I do think means that not everybody's going to end up playing it, but that might be okay. It's just a question of how we feel, or how much testing they feel they need for whatever fated thing they're going to do to the raids, and if they can even convince people to test it. I need a ride. Crossroads. Wouldn't mind seeing the Dragonflight dungeons again. Yeah. Except for Nilthera's. What is my least favorite? There's Hate My Life pools. There's Nakud Offensive. That's an alright one. Ruby Life Pools is the most beautiful dungeon I've ever loathed. It's so pretty, and I appreciate that it's only 3 bosses, and it's such a mess to do. Tuning makes it a little awful. Yeah, it's not very forgiving. You'd think I would have learned to not... You know what I get fried by in there? Is those big dragons that you pull when you're doing the upstairs lap around the platform. And they have that big frontal. I always manage, and this is just a bad thing, I just get toasted by that, and then I'm like, oh geez, I gotta get another flight path back up to the top, because I just like forget to respect it, and then I get one shot, and then it's over. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gen, I hope you're doing well today. Taking that season, so I was fine. Yeah, I would just be healing, and I would just be like minding my own business in the back line, and then I would be dead, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I have to pay attention to where that dragon is pointing. It has a very long range. It goes farther back than I expect it to every time. So we have 19 available bag slots. I could use a hot spices, so I can make 2 servings of my Thunder Lizard Tail stuff. In the meantime, I think I'm just going to keep eating the clams. The fiercest raptor in the Barrens. Slay his favorite prey, bring its carcass to the dead tree northwest of Ratchet. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's a dangerous quest. Let's go turn in Virog's head first. Someone died. Death tarnished their soul. Level 11, killed by a Kolkar packhound in the Barrens. That's mistake number 1 is being in the Barrens at level 11. Ooh, spooky. Oh, speaking of, I need my snake. Oh no, I had it. I had it already. It was blending into the cobblestones. Tyrangosa, thank you very much for the 42-month resub. Love the hair. Why, thank you. I like wearing the wigs that, at least at the roots, are a brown color that's close to my natural brown. Kind of want more of them, but I'm preventing myself from shopping for any more wigs because I have plenty at this time. I don't need a wig closet. Yet. I was looking at a cute little kind of chin-length bob wig that was brown at the roots with like kind of a blonder tint through the ends of it that I liked the appeal of just because it looked really easy to wear. It looked like a very comfortable thing to put on that wouldn't be too fussy for just, you know, those days when you don't feel like doing anything but you're still putting on something. Okay, that is 10 silver for me. And then Hezrol Bloodmark. He's the one that pats around, and he's going to give me a 3 Agi 1 stam ring, which I do want. We do like that. I think I can take him. He's got 2 pats with him, so he's a bit spooky, but we have Rumsy Rum, we have boiled clams. We're level 20. I do need to make sure, I bought another rank of
I need to make sure I put my up ranks in my bars here. So we have rank 3 Serpent Sting, which is good. Rank 3 Arcane Shot. There we go. Rank 2 Mend Pet. I spent all kinds of silver on that. That's important. Oh, and Freezing Trap. That's right. Freezing Trap I'm going to throw over here. Because that might come in handy. I might use that. A challenge. Something a little tiny bit spicy just to give the deathbedders something to root for. Let's get our food buff up. I love how fast I feel now. 30% movement speed. That's half a mount for Aspect of the Cheetah on a perma toggle. That's amazing. Yeah, now that once you get kind of into 20, you can start to really clean up. Not all of the Baron's quests, but more of them for sure. You can stay in this zone for a long time. Hi. Hello, how are you doing? Kezo3, thank you for the 54-month resub. My goodness, that's a lot. Thanks for sticking with me. Alright, so he pats around. I'm pretty sure I've seen him patting clockwise, so I'm going to run counterclockwise to try to find him. Although, he may reverse directions. I think I've seen that as well. Unless I'm just making stuff up. I'm also going to Rumsy Rum now. Extra 5 stam. And then, in case we need it, our health pod is on shift 5, our glue is on shift 6, our sleeping sand is on shift 4. Just reiterating this for my own benefit. If needed, we can just kind of do laps around. Also, if I happen to get Kolkar booty keys, the chests that they open contain greens, and I've gotten some nice pieces of gear that way. They're like pretty low level greens. Yeah, so that's a pack runner. That's what tripped on the level 11 player. It's gonna trip on me, but I'm okay with that at this level. Lola can tank it. Also, speaking of, get out of Aspect of the Cheetah! Yeah, even for a level 20, that was actually mildly spooky. Aspect of the Hawk gives me an extra 35 ranged attack power, so not being in that while I was doing my range damage was a bit of a mistake. I got a fisherman's knife. Yeah, vendors for 2 silver 40. I'm still looking for him. I'm just kind of doing his patrol in reverse. He has 2 friends. I was avoiding him very carefully when I was out here last, but we've gotten a little bigger since then. Inching marginally to the edge of my seat. Triple pull made me a little nervous. We're doing okay. I still had my health pot. Because of how many ads there were, I don't know if a speed pot would have helped me if it did come to it. What we really don't want is we don't want something like Hezrel to trip on us during that pull. That would have been probably death. Probably. he goes this way. What I want is some space and time to set up before I pull Hezrol. Okay, so somebody killed him, so we're waiting for a respawn as well. That's good to know. Check my progress towards 3,000 quests completed and without even trying at 2808. Wow. That's quite a few. We're nearly there. Okay, I see him. I see him. So what I would like to do, kill this one first. And then I'm going to stand on a freezing trap. And I'm going to try and pull a blood charger into it. I'm going to send Lola in for Hezrol. I'm firing a shot at the blood charger, and then I'm swapping to Hezrol, and then I'm going to unload as best as I can. Lola can tank that one in the off mob. We kill Hezrol ASAP. And then we swap to the second mob. Take that one down. I can face tank this one for a second. You know what, actually? Sticky glue. You gotta use it sometimes, right? Nice. So I got a corruption dot on me. But we did it! And we got a fire wand, a green dropped. I can vendor that for 2 silver 93. Hezrol's head. Gotta make sure we loot Hezrol's head. Very important. Don't want to have to do it again. Okay, we're not that far from the turn-in, so we can pop on north. So freezing trap only breaks them for 10 seconds. Which is not nothing, but it's not like a minute. It's definitely not what it is in retail. You just have to hope that 10 seconds buys you the time that you need. I wonder what the next level of the quest is. I might not end up keeping it, but honestly, getting a ring, super exciting. I don't have any rings at all, so 3 Agi, 1 Stam is like a great ring for me. That's true. You're right. They could resist. We do have 4 sleeping sand, slumber sand, which is a 20-second CC. So if it comes to it, we do have a backup for the moment. Yeah, I haven't seen any rings from anything else. That's the first one I've seen, like, ever that's been available to me as a self-found character. Aspect of the cheetah feels so nice. Alright. Counterattack. That's the quest. So it's 25 silver, which is tempting. However, it is a little dangerous. The idea is that... you face the invaders, you kill them until Kromzar appears, you kill him, he drops a banner, you loot the banner. If there's multiple people in the area, multiple people can loot the banner as far as I understand. But you can pretty easily end up in over your head here if you're not careful. I do have 7 minutes left of like my extra 9 stam here. These are kind of like level 16-ish. But yeah, look, like there's a lot of them. I don't know if it's worth, I don't think it's worth the 25 silver. I think I'm gonna not. I think we're turning around. We've got other, maybe later. Maybe we'll do that in another level or 2, but for the moment we've got more tempting places to be. We can stop by the crossroads on our way down so that we can vendor some stuff, and then I might try to get a Zevra carcass actually for this Ishimuhale quest? Ishimuhale? Please try it, I have points to win. Counterattack is awful. Morning, Hazel. No news today? Not yet. Maybe later. No promises. Did I get it? I did. I got my first Zevra carcass, which they want me to take there. I wonder how dangerous that quest is. It does say level 19. 25 silver. I only have a gold 53 right now. Yeah, there's not much news. It would be a pretty short video. But I might still do it. We'll see. Free leather. Oh, wow. Now that I'm level 20, what's the next big exciting thing I'm excited for skill-wise? New Hunter's Mark and new Scorpion Sting at oh, Scorpion Sting, actually. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. New Hunter's Mark at 22. That'll become nice. Tessigan, thanks for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Holy moly. Getting rid of that. That. You can eat the haunch of meat. I'm vendoring the light wand. I do not think that was actually Holly Longdale. But if it was, then that's cool. Alright, we are getting around that hill is what we're doing. What do I get for doing this? Nothing. Something, but sometimes it doesn't tell you. You assume that there's going to be a follow-up. I don't know about that quest. That one looks spooky. It's a really high level for the Barons. We're getting to the point where we could do Cat's Eye Emeralds and even the Samoflange thing. Up north. Not so bad with a 12-month resub. 1 year, wowie. Appreciate it very much. One thing, don't miss about HC, running out of quests. Hard time grinding for the sake of grinding. Yeah, that's fair. I found it was typically around level like 30-ish, I think, is when I stopped having quests on my Warlock that I was like okay to do or wanting to do. This one. Yeah, it was pretty grindy. The kind of thing that you really need to have a good playlist for. But I would be stoked if we even made it to level 30. In self-found, I think that would be an accomplishment. I'd be very curious to know what the self-found stats look like. It's not that nobody's leveling in self-found. I almost wish, not quite, but I almost wish that I had joined one of the self-found guilds just to kind of keep an eye on the other people that are around and still active and playing and what level they are. You know, get some role models to aspire to. Because sometimes I'll find somebody in the world. There's a level 22 self-found player. They're doing this quest as well. So it's a yellow mob. But it is not in a crowded area, so I feel okay about this. They're not even attacking it, they're just letting their pet solo it. Oh, it's got a 30-minute duration. I guess it has to be fresh. Get a little explosive? I don't know. Immolation trap on it. Why not? Yeah, this is easy. Gotta be stats somewhere. I wonder if Blizzard will ever do one of those tweets that they do where they like post a bunch of infographics about how far everybody made it and where everybody's died. Okay, well that was easy. Back south. We could take a flight path, or we could just kind of run. We've got Aspect of the Cheetah. Heading back to the Quillbar. I'm gonna actually do them this time. Because is that where it's gonna turn in? Yeah, it is. It turns in Cantorho. I'm saving my, my silver flight path fee. The death compilations. What an era. What a time. What a time to be alive. Or not, you know. Crafty, the most elite of mobs. Ever present. Ever under your radar. Get it? Because it's under you. Oh dear. Thanks. Oh. The dreaded dazing. I actually really should let a mob hit me for a while. I've got a defense skill lagging behind at 70 of 100. Although the higher I get, the more you get easy skill ups, you know, if you're behind. Here, let me fight this one all by myself. No help from Lola. Okay, there we go, defense 71. Okay, one skill. Oh, this one. I wonder if I'm crippling my own ability to gain defense skill by having aspect of the monkey, because I don't think dodges count for my defense. Still a lot of people playing HC. Not like there was, no. You'll have all the time to level up in syllabus. I'm hoping that I end up feeling good about my gold by the time I'm closer to amount level. I know we're only halfway there. And I think that I'm not going to be leveling super fast because in order to do that, when I was leveling quite far, I was playing off stream quite a lot. And nowadays, if I'm gaming off stream right now, I'm kind of deep into Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Song time. Mm-hmm. Imagine how long this run takes without aspect of the cheetah. This is why I want to put another couple points into pathfinding. Get an extra 6% on this. But I do want Lola to do lots of damage. She's an important part of my strategy right now. Shall we poke around at the Quillbore on this side? We have 15 bag slots. We're not like out of space. I picked up, of all things, a fighting game on PS5 earlier today. Of all things. That could be kind of fun. Playing one with friends last weekend, forgot how fun they could be. The real juice is when you, as you now do, when you own the game, so that you can practice extra because it's at your house, but then when your friends come over to play, you're all like, the best one. You let them win the first 3 just to get their hopes up falsely. I'm eating some boiled clams. Have you decided what you're gonna play in Cataclassic? Catasic, I haven't even heard that before. Oh my goodness. Alright, we need kill lots of these things. Let's start on the outside right here. I know I don't need to kill that one, but just so we don't aggro it. Yeah, Lola's pretty tanky. I'm quite happy with that. the blood shards. So I need to kill lots of all of this. And they're at my level, so it is a bit dangerous. We do need to be cautious. I put on my ring, right? Yeah, I did. I did. It feels nice to be finally working on more of these bristleback tusks, though. I want to get rid of them. I want to get them, that quest finished and get them out of my bags. This new bow works pretty hard. Oh, cool. I got a staff I can sell for 14 silver. That is substantial. That quest I was agonizing about that might have gotten me killed was only going to offer 25. Looking at Street Fighter last night on Steam. Okay. This feels okay for now, which is usually how things start. I need to respect these because I don't overlevel them. Not by much. And because they're dense and because they're casters. They're not hyper dense, but they're a little bit tight together. They could respawn on you. I have Men Pet, but it costs so much mana that I've just been letting Lola just regenerate her health outside of combat. Still alive? And we made it to 20. Indeed, so far so good. I've been dancing with death a tiny bit. I've been doing a couple of things that are quasi-dangerous. Like a two-handed enchanting formula. It's 2 silver I get to keep. Lesser spirit to two-handed weapon. I want to know what Brave Soul is doing enchanting on Self-Found. Flappy, surely. I think Flappy's been playing too much SOD to really make time for Self-Found. He's been doing SOD and he's been doing Hearthstone Battlegrounds like me. We talk about it a lot. I can't wait for duos to come out. It's gonna be such a hot mess. We haven't heard anything about Hearthstone Battleground duos and it's making me nervous. Sounds like fun. Yeah, it really is. Alright, Lola. Lola, you need a little break. You need a water. Oh, these guys drop lesser healing pots, though. I'm getting stocked. I've got 6 of them now, and I haven't had to use any of them yet. No chest back here, huh? My own snake scared me. My mom owns Blizzard. She told me it'll be released with the Overwatch 2 PvE patch. Nervous enough people play duos. Yeah, I think it's also going to be quite niche. I was hearing that the lobby won't be as big. It'll be basically like a 2v2. So you wouldn't need as many people. But BG's is pretty popular. I'd be very curious to know what the active monthly users are compared to something like the various versions of WoW. 8 people, 4 teams of 2? Oh. Okay, well then I'm confused. Never mind. I don't know anything. I don't need to kill that one. He's a water seeker. Also, I'm poisoned for 40 more seconds. Damage per second. I'm watching my mana bar as well. Try not to get carried away with the arcane shots when I don't need to be. I'm really happy with how much damage my character does for level and for self-found. I thought I would be an absolute wet noodle trying to wet noodle my way through these levels and survive. And maybe later that time is coming, but for now, we're actually able to... It's going pretty well gear-wise. My gear's not that far behind what it would have been on non-self-found. Just imagine if you get a blue drop you can use. That would be nuts. Bonkers. Bongo bopper. Which is a Hearthstone card. It's in Battlegrounds. Every turn he plays 2 blood gems in himself. And he gets blood gems. Oh, I get it. They're blood gems. I get it. I understand. I need to learn more about Quilboar lore if I'm going to be a Quilby main in Hearthstone. This quest is going well, though. I'm happy with this. This will be some good, a couple of good things. There's a 3 Agi cape. I've got a 3 Stam cape. I'm tempted to take the Agi one, because it's like attack power, but it's also dodge. If I'm happy with my Stam amounts, which I think I am. Although I have been increasingly trading Stam for Agi in my gear, which is a bit spooky. It is still hardcore. Ooh, I got some white quality shoulder armor. Mind you, they're cloth and they're white, so there's no stats. It's just 25 armor. However, first piece of shoulder armor, I am wearing it. Wow, look at me. I got shoulders on. Look at these teeny tiny little itty bitty things. But shoulders, yeah, that's exciting. Now we just need leather shoulders. With some stats on them. Oh, when I get a helmet. Oh no, you can turn off display of helmets. That's right. Helmets and cloaks, I think you can turn off the display of them. So we're done with tusks. We need 4 more Thornweavers, 2 more Geomancers. What time is it? It's 11 a.m. I might take a break at some point. I don't know if I did today. I don't think so. See if I can get this quest done and then get back to Torho and then we'll take our break. I can't believe I got shoulders. Oh, I think I Serpent Stinged it twice. That's not a very good use of mana. Question is, where are the Geomancers? I wonder if the Raptor farm is good. They're level 18, they're skinnable, and there's a lot of them. That might be a decent place to farm experience in leather. If I run out of quests in this area. I'll have to remember, they're kind of over here by where the stolen silver was. Don a helm for more stats, keep glorious hair since there's no transmog. I believe in my options, I can turn off display of helm. You can toggle show helm on and off, so you can wear it without needing to hide your beautiful hair. It was our option that we had before they added transmog. Super nice. Because yeah, her hair's pretty important. Look, it's pink. Big thick braid. Am I good? I am good. Wow. Alright, we gotta get to Torho. Let's thread our way through here. Oh wow, we ripped dagger. get back to the road and then take that down. It's pretty safe. I don't really remember what the blood shards are for. I know I can vendor them for a reasonable amount. I might WoW head it on my way down. I have a page open here. Turn him in for a buff or something, right? Blood shard. Comments. There's an NPC who takes these, gives you buffs in return. And then you have to... Okay, so when I turn in the quest that I'm on, I'll be able to gain the buffs. So 4 shards, 10 agi for 30 minutes. Or Razor Hide, 4 shards, 25% armor, 9 thorns damage. You can have more than one type of buff active at a time. Wow. 10 shards, 30% movement speed. Does not seem to stack with other movement speed buffs. So it would not stack with my aspect of the cheetah. Interesting. Okay, maybe I shouldn't vendor them. Maybe I should use them. 10 agi is huge. This is hardcore self-found, so this is not SOD. There is no hardcore self-found SOD. Hardcore self-found is only on regular classic. No runes. I'm level 20. No runes and permadeath. If you die, it's over. I see. Cat is 100% gonna steal my chair when I get up. I wonder if I set her on the floor instead of on the chair when I get up, if she'll get back in the chair anyway on her own. She might do. Okay. Lots of space. I'm selling the staff of the boar. We're back up to 2 gold. Feels good. This quest... Oh, it did give me experience at least. It doesn't seem to give you anything else. They want to send me to Ashenville. I don't know if I'm ready for that. And that was worth some experience as well. Okay. And then I could turn in blood gems for... Okay. Who wanted the quillboard tusks? Oh, Mancrick did. Okay, so I have to turn those in the crossroads. I wonder if I'm gonna... It's 3 bag slots. I kind of want to flight path up just to get rid of them, if we're being honest. I'll sort that out. I'll sort that out when I get back. I'm gonna take a very short break. BRB.
Our kitty cat host has wandered off.
Alright. What were we up to? Let's see here. I had thunder lizard blood, and they can also drop me tails that I could cook. I was considering flying back up to turn in... What is weapons of choice? It's a level 24 quest. Oh, that's the Ashenville Hunt. I was considering flying back up to turn in the tusks just to get the 3 bag slots back. I think I can live without it for at least a little bit. Heading out. See you later, Mr. Sonic Jed. Let's see. This one. I need to keep the thunder lizard tail. We can make some more bandages. We're training up our first aid with the wool bandages. I'm also... There's a couple quests in the north, the far north of the zone that I think I can do pretty reasonably. So we could always take a... Maybe after the thunder lizards, we'll take a trip back up north to turn in the tusks, do Serena Bloodfeather again, and then do the Cat's Eye Emerald. That'll be good. Finished getting all the Mark of Honor mage sets today. Made me think how you did that on your druid. Nice, congratulations. Those are some good looking sets. Leveling interior guard sound. Makes me so cozy. Oh, the dream. Okay, I'm just gonna carry in 1 stack of the wool bandages. Let's do a few thunder lizards. Maybe we can get a couple more tails to drop and make some 6 stam food. And in the meantime, we eat more claims. Halfway to level 21. We're back into the era where a 3-hour stream means maybe a level. But hey, every level counts. Every level is 1 more away from 1. Every level is a new record in my hardcore self-found record books. This might be a double pull. About the experience. No double. Flo's so cute with her waddle. I like how she tail slams just for emphasis. You know, nothing's getting hit by her tail. She's just thumping it on the ground for intimidation points. Wonder what's at the end of this quest line. It's got to be. I feel like it's going somewhere. I have 16 light leather. If I had a tail, I'd do the same. Hunter difficult to learn in Classic. It's different from retail for sure. I wouldn't say difficult. A lot of actually playing Hunter, at least the on non-S. I don't know. I couldn't speak to Season of Discovery, but in regular Classic, a lot of your actual rotation is just kind of putting up your buffs and auto-shotting. But learning pet training in Classic is definitely a departure from anything on retail, and it's just a research thing. It's just you read a guide and you get the hang of it. Maybe it has a Shadris boss fight. Maybe. There is a way to know. Thunder lizards. Looks like if I cross the road and go north, I can find a bunch of them. Or we can just kind of head up this way. Hi, Cross TV. How are you doing today? I have to decide at some point if for tomorrow's stream, what I'm going to do. I could do more of this. This has been very cozy. I could do more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Those are something that I find very exciting. I could find something to do in retail. I feel like that's more of a next week thing. I think we're going to have... I'm hoping that we have retail to play next week. So, may as well soak up the other games while we can. I have not been playing Palworld recently. I never finished it. I was enjoying it. It got kind of crowded up by other games for me, I think. Do Wolf Among Us before the sequel comes out. They're making a sequel? I thought Telltale went under. Was it acquired? Is it a different game than the one that I'm thinking of? Same thing happened to me with Palworld. WoW got too addictive.
There's just a lot of other games going on. How come I only have one Thunder Lizard tail? Did I? I guess I just haven't had any other ones drop. There's another one. I was gonna say, did I vendor one? I didn't mean to. I meant to cook them. They are for cooking. Lola, did you ever hit level 20? You did. I can train a new rank of Growl. There we go. Growl 3. More. Growl 3. More threat. Something nice to come back to. Mm-hmm. Reason you chose a Crocodile? Just because cute. Mainly because cute. I liked the stat balance on it of being like decently tanky with a reasonably high armor and health value, while still not being like low damage. It's like medium damage. But I wanted the novelty of it. I hadn't had a croc pet as like a main hunter pet really before, I don't think. And I wanted... Yeah, because cute. Something a bit different. Anyone else create little backstories for their WoW tunes in their head? Just me? Nah. I have fun with that. Do you have one for your shaman that you're leveling? There we go. Done with Thunder Lizard. I was hoping I could find Lakota Mani. But that's a large pat. Actually, is it? Yes, it is. That's a big zoopy line. I won't worry about it. We could turn into Thunder Lizard blood and then maybe flight path back up to the crossroads. I was just thinking about that. I would say the thing that really needs the most patience for hardcore self-found, I guess especially, it's worse for Hunter because one of your bag slots is dedicated to your quiver. I would say the thing that takes a lot of patience is just your inventory management. It's very fast that you'll find your bag slots fill up, especially if you're carrying around a bunch of security items like, oh, you know what? I can get rid of those band-aids now that I have wool ones. And I can drop, I don't need to carry 6 health pots. 5 should be fine. We only use those in the utmost of emergencies. She's Volpera, and I think she's going to be the BFF of my High Mountain Druid. Oh, that's super cute. Hi, kitty. Welcome back. How you doing? You go have a snack? One of your whiskers is the wrong way. It's pointing forward like a mustache. There you go. I mean, I guess whiskers normally point that way like a mustache, but it's swimming upstream. Choose one small part of my personality, then blow it completely out of proportion, just to see where it goes. That's kind of a fun writing prompt. Alright, I'm also going to get a buff for these blood gems. I'm kind of not feeling hyper committed. Ooh, upgrade. I'm not feeling hyper committed to saving all of my blood gems so that I can like keep re-upping these buffs. They're 30, well that one's a 30-minute buff. I don't know if I need to be carrying around a bunch of stacks of them. I might carry around 1 stack of them. Get rid of those, that. I decided I'm not a light hide person anymore. And then, yeah, we'll get 3 more slots available once we turn in the tusks to the crossroads. Yeah, I need the Thunderhawk wings. I thought I was going up to the crossroads, but I need to finish that quest. It's got an upgrade on it. It's got a glove upgrade, and we can vendor the, we can get 17 silver for vendoring that staff. That's pretty nice. And these Thunderhawks are no problem to kill. We've killed a bunch of them before. We just have to get lucky and get the wings to drop. Or we just get them on the first try. Holy smokes, that was lucky. There's no way it's like a 100% drop rate, right? That can't be the thing. That doesn't sound like classic to me. So we've got our gloves of the moon. I now have a few different things that need, I think I can make at least 1 medium armor kit. And then I'll need a little bit more light leather or medium leather so that I can make a second one. Oh no, we can make 2. That's good because I need 1 for my gloves and for my pants. Good evening, first time here. How's it going? Hello, Neuroxin. Good evening to you. It's going pretty good. I'm having a comfy Saturday morning. I've been playing hardcore classic self-found, so it's like the no auction house permadeath challenge to WoW Classic. I'm leveling a hunter. I am somewhere in the range of 20 hours in, and I'm level 20. I'm putting a reinforced armor kit on these new gloves we got. 3 agi, 3 stam. And the legs we crafted. We be chilling. Yeah, exactly. And we can vendor the old ones. And I have 19 slots. Yeah, I think that's about as good as it's getting for the moment. Oh, you know what? No, I could cure another hide. I could cure another hide. Digital Dave, thank you very much for the 10-month resub. I appreciate it. Still catching up on a sleep debt. Do you think sleep debts incur interest? Sometimes I feel like they do. Alright, 20 slots. We're carrying around the Strider meat to feed Lola, the Thunder Lizard tails to feed me. I'm gonna make some food out of those soon. There's no trade skill vendor here, it's just that one guy. So hot spices is gonna be a crossroads thing. Let's pop on up there. I'll spend the silver for the flight path. Yeah, time changes, and it's gonna mess with the stream again because it changes here, but it doesn't change everywhere, and some places do change, but they change at a different time of the year, so I will be, depending on whether or not your clocks are also changing tomorrow, I will be earlier. I think so. Let me find out. I'm Googling, because my information is like third hand and through a blurry piece of glass. When do clocks change? The 2nd Sunday in March. Yeah, that's right. So we're springing forward an hour tomorrow. That is cruel. Just got over jet lag. USA, Canada, 2 weeks before Europe. Yeah, it's always a bit offset, and people are always like, wait, you're early. And I go, no. It's just that we can't decide on what time means. We can't all agree. Been a while. How are all the plants doing? You were on a craze last time I watched. Plants are good. Plants are good. I've got a selection of them. There's 4 in this room. How many plants would I say I have? Somewhere around the range of 20, maybe? They're doing okay. They're all right. Some of them are a little thirsty. I'm seeing everybody planting their spring gardens, and I am in a... Oh, I should just plant something anyways. Because I might not even move this year. I am going to trade at you for Stan. I am going to do that.
But if I do move, it makes me not want to like go super in filling up all of my balcony planters. What is the 2 gold bag? The 2 gold bag is a 10 slot. Okay, good to know. It's a lot of gold. And then I wanted hot spices from the trade vendor. And then I wanted to do the Cat's Eye Emerald, and I want to do Serena's Blood Gem way up there. Also, maybe Ignition. But first... one. Oh, nice. I can buy them in individual stacks. I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it in 5s. Crispy lizard tail. PC decided to kick the bucket a few months back. Been stuck playing the PS5. Miss WoW so much. Yeah, it's always here for you when if and when you ever get back to it. Get back to the PC thing though. I've been really enjoying couch gaming. I kind of like the console life. I set up a PC in my living room so I could like console game but on a PC. Got my Baldur's Gate and my Elden Ring and stuff out there. Pal World. Console life incredibly comfy. Plus it lets me cuddle with my big fluffy dog while I game. Throw his squeaky pig form over and over again. So I suppose we are heading to go see Serena Bloodfeather. We may as well. I should pick up Sama Flange before I head up to the Sludge Fen. Which means that this is just kind of like a big detour. But you know what feels good is having all of those blood gem, those razor, all those Quillboar tusks out of my inventory. Those things were eating me alive. No Hazel video yet today. There wasn't really much news. I might do a short one later that's gonna come out late, and I might not. Someday I will play WoW from my sofa. I tried setting up Hardcore Classic with a controller. It is technically possible. Practically, I gave up before I actually did any of it. Started looking to a Switch, but the games are pretty expensive. Yeah, it's true, especially for the age of the thing. It might be one of those things where it's almost worth waiting for the next versions. However, the thing I will say about Switch games is I don't really need as many of them as I tend to go through on PC because I'll get a game on my Switch, such as Animal Crossing, and then I will play a bajillion hours of it. It's like the Switch is a machine for one game at a time for me, usually. Stardew Valley is another one. I put a lot of time into Stardew on Switch. Many people playing Self-Found? Haven't seen many people talk about it. No, it doesn't seem super active. There are some people playing it. It's not completely dead, but it's not, I wouldn't say that it's a big thing. I think SOD really cannibalized hardcore, which is fine. It's not a problem, but I think a lot of people that were interested in hardcore last time that might have gone back to try out Self-Found are instead having a lot of fun with the current season of SOD. Hazel, missed you. Want to thank you so much for all the guides. BFA to Dragonflight. BFA was the main one for my heroic raiding guild. Thank you very much. I'm glad they helped you guys out. I'm getting myself into trouble with my aspect of the cheetah. Might be worth waiting for handheld PCs to get strong enough to properly emulate Switch. I know people like them, but I've never been a big emulator person. I just get sad whenever the old game that I want has not been like re-released officially. I want an official version of a Switch compatible Pokemon Gold. They re-released Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but that was for DS. And it's in kind of like a weird dead space where there's no official re-release of it. And that's what I'm waiting for. Nihilotha helped a lot. We got our AOTC mount the 3rd week that raid dropped, and we celebrated in your name. Aww. Favorite raid forever and ever. I need to probably not be an aspect of the cheetah to head through the Harpies. HSSS were the best remake. Miss those games. They just hold the strongest nostalgia factor for me because Pokemon Gold was the Pokemon of my childhood. I had Blue before that, and I played some of it, but Gold was the version that I dumped like years of my life into and played over and over and over and over again as a kid. So that's got the strongest nostalgia flow to it for me. Sepulcher, solo boat 70. I wouldn't expect it to be. It might be depending on like your class and stuff. And maybe I'm wrong and it is, but I wouldn't expect it to be. The ability to play HGSS or Black White on my phone during some lectures was a lifesaver. I can see that. Kinda is, not as easy as you think. I wonder if I should go back. It's probably not even really worth the experience to pick up. It might be the beginning of a longer quest line that I want to do, though. I have to figure out how long I plan to stay in the Barrens, although I think the answer is as long as possible. Paco192, thank you for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. Silver and Crystal's gifts still have the Game Boy. I don't know whatever happened to mine. I wish I'd kept it. Do I actually? I don't know. I just want them to re-release it on the Switch. I don't mind playing on the newer stuff. I would give them money to buy it again. Yeah, I had a Game Boy Color. Mine was purple. My sister's was green. Yeah, the red blotches are deathlog heat maps, so dangerous places where people tend to die. We have a channel point prediction running on whether or not today is the day that my hunter dies and my journey comes to an end. I never think I'm gonna die. DS, 3DS games pretty hard to re-release due to the lack of a second screen. Yeah, I could appreciate that. But But Gold was originally a one-screener. I do remember the second screen being convenient for it. Plus, what if the Switch screen is the second screen and then my TV is the main screen? You have to live today. But 20K and living to troll another day. So that's Serena. That's nice and easy. And then we could pop back to the crossroads to turn that in, or we can scoot across the north of the zone and try to go poke around for that cat's eye emerald that I've been waiting for forever. You must default to the 2 small screens on your actual screen. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to play handheld if that was the case. Don't mind me just aspect of the cheetah weaving in between these harpies. I haven't used a bandage in forever. Today's the 9th. I aggroed something, but I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep running. Week 3, still no legendary for my warrior. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully soon. Would expect way more from an official release. My expectation for official Pokemon releases has degraded a lot since they officially released Pokemon Violet. I love that game. It was not done. That has really changed my expectation of what they will and will not put out and in what condition. They'll ship anything if they decide to. Oh yeah, weren't they the new one is what, Z and A? There's another gen coming because of course there is. There always is. The train marches ever on and on. Chugga chugga choo choo. I wonder if I'll play it. I've been playing the latest Pokemon games actually. They've been fun. You ever play Arceus? That was the one that I skipped. I skipped Arceus. I played Sword and Shield and I played Violet. Well, not Sword and Shield. I played Shield. Or was it Sword? One of them. I think probably Sword, and then I played Violet. I replayed both of them, I think. I think I replayed each of them through at least once. Able to make a game less appealing than Pal World, which was beautiful and incredibly fun. Mm-hmm. Ignition. Get the ignition key. Yes, there's some low-level Adventure Coast stuff. I think that's where the Samouflange key is. I think we can skip right by that. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Eternity Crystal. How are you doing today? I'm getting my hardcore classic on today. I do eventually kind of want to do counterattack, but I don't think it's worth it. But I might do it anyway for the meme. Not today. I would need more levels. I would need some real safety. This is a bit of a red spot as well. People tend to die here. So there's a... Well, yeah, they're pretty low level, though. It's just a question of how many things you have to hit before you get upstairs. Oh, we smoke this stuff, though. I'm pretty pleased that I still have 15 bag slots open. It's a decent amount of space. Last good remake was Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. That was a fun one. I had that one as well. I had the little accessory Pokeball that you would take your Pokemon for like a walk with you. It had one of the... Every time that they've ever done a pedometer, I always thought that was kind of fun. Although, of course, I always end up sitting around my living room just shaking it like a shake weight. Cheating. Save. I used to go for actual real-life walks with the Pokemon pedometer, and I think in more than one version of it too. And in each case I would be like, wait, but I walked way more than that. That's not fair. I walked farther than that many steps. Like, I wouldn't believe it. I would assume it was undercounting me. Oh, you know what? I'm actually not in the right spot at all. I don't need to be up here for any reason. I'm gonna do the safe thing. I'm gonna walk down the stairs. Gustav, the Survivor. Thank you very much for the brand new sub. Wow, welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate it. I'm sure I could jump off of this thing into the water and not die. I'm just being obnoxiously cautious. Especially with my pet. Uh-oh. Did she get stuff? She didn't. She ran right by some stuff and it didn't aggro. That must be working as intended. I never trust mechanics like that. Like in retail where they've let your pets jump down things with you, I never trust that it's gonna work. Because all it takes is for it to not work once and then you're in a world of pain. This guy's level 16. He's named, but he's not rare. I'm actually nearly level 21. We've done pretty well for today. Decent amount of experience. Sub was long due. I used most of my mana, so I'm just auto-attacking these things to death now. Any good loot for me? No. I'm making my way to that shredder. Pokemon distance thing's always broken. Played lots of Pokemon Go, but had to go slow on the bike. The summer of Pokemon Go is such a fixed memory for me. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I spent so much time. I like got equipped for it. I felt like I was getting dressed up like a real Pokemon lass, you know, like I got my shorts, I got a ball cap to keep the sun out of my eyes. I bought like extra sunscreen that summer because I was going out in the burning sun every single day and I was not about to eat UV. Aki Leonard, thank you for the 6-month resub. How is the leveling going? And good afternoon. Good afternoon. Leveling going swimmingly. I'm actually very satisfied with this. We're nearly level 21. Ooh. I got a one-hander with +1 stam. That's not worth it. Right now my two-hander is 4 spirit, 4 stam. But I could vendor it, and I could get 7 silver just for the vendor price. Pretty fancy. Something good to put on the auction house. Oh, wait. This area does have a little bit of respawn to it. Some white quality gloves. 86 copper. Bought a thermal water bottle, extra battery charger, lots of equipment to play Pokemon Go. Yeah, I got a battery bank as well. I still have it. I still use it on trips. It's great for road trips just in case you're anxious about losing battery on your phone when you need it for maps. So now we need to climb the tower. Hearthstone cooldown's back up if we ever need it. Vividly remember finishing college for the day, running frantically down the street to find a Squirtle on the busted Pokemon tracker thing it originally had. Every now and then I wonder about how much it might have changed since I last left it behind. I was just a hazard in public. I don't pay enough attention to my surroundings when I'm distracted by a game. I can't afford to be like that out in public. 2 strength, 1 agi, but male. 3 silver on the vendor price. 2 silver 95. I think we're gonna level just by mass clearing these mobs. The video of a bunch of people running to a park to catch a Vaporeon. I used to have a park that I would walk through on my daily morning walk, and it had a little lap that you would do with a bunch of Pokestops. I had like my little daily routine where I would go out every morning and go hit all of them up and see if there was anything out there. You know, catch the local gym for some local pride. Try to make a name for myself. Laundromat was a gym, so I'd spend my Saturday mornings recapturing it. Yeah, I used to be like, every time somebody else would take back my gym, I used to be like, who are you? Someone else must own it now. I've moved away. I haven't had mana in 72 years. I always wondered if there was ever IRL violence because of the gym thing. I'm sure there was. There were IRL like arrests because people would trespass. There was a bunch of controversy originally because people felt incentivized to trespass and were dumb enough to do it in order to access various in-game things that were technically on private property. Hey, there's a level 21. New hardcore cell phone record for me. Woo! And the ignition key. So I could get 4% extra damage done by my pet, which is pretty decent. I do want to get into that eventually, but I think I'm taking pathfinding. I've got enough travel time that I'm going to get my money's worth out of that. Congrats, thank you. And we go back. I'm gonna actually dismiss Lola and then jump off this way, because we're headed in that direction, but I don't want her to do the whole lap around. She didn't pull anything last time, but it made me nervous. There we go. But I am nearly out of time for the day. I just got my battery low indicator on my earphones. Usually means we've been going for almost 3 hours. Oh, I wonder if somebody took the shredder out already. Somebody else must have started that quest. Two levels today? Yeah, I started at 19th and we made it to 21. I was halfway through 19 with some rested, so I had a head start, but it's not too bad. I'm just farming mobs waiting for that ignition thing to respawn. I wonder how hard that's gonna be. Because it might be an escort quest. I think it is an escort quest. I have 747 arrows left, which is quite a few. We're about to lose our R10 agi buff. Pretty fast for a 3-hour session. Plus we're up to 2 gold 45. But I don't know if once my earphones die, if I want to keep playing, even if I haven't done this quite yet, because I like knowing that I'll hear aggro sounds at least as something aggro's onto me that I might not have noticed otherwise. I'm not always that observant with my eyes. I need the ears to help. Got a few good things to vendor here, though. Maybe next time I play, I'll get to 3 gold. wanting to set up my Steam Deck to do pet battles on the couch. Plus won't give us pet battles on phones, so Steam Deck it is. That would be cozy. My couch has been through a lot. It's been there for me. Trusted friend. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely the type to like nest on my couch whenever I'm not feeling up to getting up and moving around the world like a human being. Ooh, great staff. That's 196 on its own, almost 2 silver. Yeah, I don't think this shredder's coming back in the short term. I think I might be out of time. Ooh. That's worth 250, and then that's worth 25. At least if nothing else, we're rich. I think I don't mind the flight path fee to get myself back to the crossroads, so I'm okay to heart the org to end the day. I'm feeling like tomorrow I might do BGs again, like Hearthstone BGs. We'll have to see. We got one more stream this week, and then hopefully next week they dump that patch on us. I'm really crossing my fingers. What patch? The pirate patch, the mystery one. 10.2.6. I'm hoping they just surprise drop it. Be surprised if they dropped a patch without a post first. Oh, hey, look, the shredder, it's up. Let's see if this is going to be the death of us or not. We have to escort them out of the drill site. So, as I recall, this thing gets itself into all kinds of trouble. But it also... These mobs are like 15s, 16s. And we're 21 now. I feel seen. Have the sinking suspicion Blizz will drop the patch but not actually say they did. I mean, someone will notice right away just because the patch number on the launcher would tick up. That's the kind of thing that Wowhead stays on top of. They would know. But yeah, I don't think it'll be a secret. Did I aggro that one? I did not. Okay. I gotta keep an eye on this thing and not assume that it's gonna pull everything. You know, wait for it to actually pull before I commit. Suspicious pause. Lay down a little immolation trap. We need to make sure the shredder doesn't die as well. That's it. Well, you didn't make it very far, but does that turn in Where does that turn in, actually? Ratchet. Okay, good to know. Well, I think I'm going to hearth her right out of here.
And then see about getting sorted out for the day. Whew, excellent Hardcore Classic stream. I'm really happy with today. We made it all the way to 21. We survived danger. We got some quests done. Got some levels. Got Aspect of the Cheetah. Very exciting. I'll be back tomorrow for another morning stream. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Bye.